Recording in progress, that's always a very good sound. That means the recording is in fact in progress. Hello, everybody. You're all very welcome to Wednesday's live call inside the Facebook group Map Your Future ABA, the place where we go from A to B and then we decide we're going to go for a bigger and brighter A. Now, later today, this call will be in my YouTube channel, or on my YouTube channel even, at Anthony Beale 2024. And if you're watching on YouTube, do hit the subscribe button so you never missed anything. Anyway, you're very welcome to today's call. Now, today I'm doing the call via Zoom as I have a presentation to share with you. And being fully honest, I couldn't figure out how to do a PowerPoint via Facebook Live. I did try on Monday, but for whatever reason, I couldn't figure it out. And you can't win them all the time. But I will figure it out in due course, but it wasn't going to happen by today. So anyway, hence we're on Zoom. So today and over the next few weeks, I'm going to share some things around the paradigm. The paradigm is a term that not everybody is overly familiar with. It's the conditioning, the programming you, me, and every single human being has. And you can never outperform your paradigm, but you can reprogram it. And that's what I'm going to show you during this series. So first today, I will explain what paradigms are. Next week, I will show you where your paradigm came from. And then the week after, I will show you how to change the paradigm so you can start changing the results in your life and making those changes permanent. Now, I do want to get the information out that I share here to as many people as I possibly can, as many like-minded people as possible. So I'd really appreciate it if every person in the group, each of you could invite maybe 2 or 3 people that you know would benefit from the content that I share in the group to come in and join us. That would be really, really great. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, let's crack on. I would encourage you for today and any day really to remove any distractions. You're not going to want to miss any of the key points here. Do have a pen with you and take out some paper as well. And do take notes. Take note of anything that resonates with you. It resonates with you for a reason. Now, it's vitally important for your personal growth and development to learn what paradigms are. They are the things that are pretty much controlling what you do. They control how well you do whatever it is that you do. And then to be aware of where your paradigm came from, how to identify your paradigms, to evaluate them, and then in due course to change them so you can get new and better results. That's what I'm going to show you how to do in this series over the next coming weeks. Now, what I'm going to share with you today is something that the legendary Bob Proctor, my mentor, shared with me. It has helped me personally, professionally, in my business, at home with my family, in my relationships, with my health and well-being. In fact, I can't think of a single thing that this in my life that this information has not improved. So let me start up my presentation that I have to share because I've got to show you some stuff today. And there we go, share. And from beginning, which is always a good place to start if it'll let me happen. So that's good. I have my presentation up. That's always spectacular. So where was I? Okay, so I have it up there now. So today you're going to learn what paradigms are. Next week, where the paradigm comes from and how they were formed. And then the week after, how to identify the paradigms that are not serving you so you can change them. But let me ask you this to begin with. What do you think? And I want you to type the answer into the chat here. And there's no wrong answer, by the way. But what do you think is the percentage of goals that are actually achieved? What percentage of goals that are achieved? Now, the answer, it's not 100% clear, as there have been numerous studies over the years. I'm going to mention a few around this. A quick internet search will tell you it's 8% of the 17% that actually set goals that achieve them, which doing the maths comes in at 1.3% of people set and achieve their goals. A study from the University of Scranton in Pennsylvania in the US concluded that only 8% of goals are actually achieved. That means a staggering 92% of goals are not achieved. Now, a Dr. Michelle Rosen did another study which concluded last year, and she said that the people that actually want to change their lives, the number is around 6% that actually achieve their goals. So only 6% of people who actually want to make a change in their lives actually do it. And Earl Nightingale would have said it was 3%. Only the top 3% of society achieve their goals. And he said that in some of his programs. And he also said that the top 3% earn 97% of all the money. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's 3, 6, or 8%. You'd have to agree that whatever the number is, it's actually staggeringly low. Why? Why is that percentage so low? Well, that's what I'm going to talk to you about in this series. Today, I'm going to talk a lot about beliefs, your beliefs that have a major impact on this. So let me share some things around that. Now, before you go to choose your goal, you may want to take a close look at your own belief system. It appears that there are guards that have been conditioned by a higher authority to arrest any forward progress in a person's life beyond that person's level of belief. There is no growth beyond the beliefs that are held. If a person attempts to accomplish something beyond their level of belief, the mind will quickly and automatically create ideas or reasons justifying why it can't be done. And those ideas will continue to flow into the person's mind until the project, the goal, the target, the potential outcome is completely abandoned. Now, on the other hand, when a person or group believes that something can be done, the mind will automatically begin even creating ideas that will pave the path to its accomplishment. The great secret of progress then lies in belief. The key here is to really evaluate your beliefs. Start to evaluate your beliefs. When you do, you'll realize that so many of your beliefs, the beliefs that you hold, have no foundation. There is no truth to them. But beliefs have such power over us until and unless we're willing to look at them, evaluate them, and reevaluate them. Your beliefs are either holding you back or propelling you forward towards the achievement of your goal, what you want it to be, what you want to do or have in your life. Now, that's an excerpt from the Thinking into Results program. Now, I love this quote here. There is a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can achieve it. The state of mind must be belief and not mere wish or hope. Now, that's from Napoleon Hill in the classic book Think and Grow Rich. Of course, it explains that it was printed in about the 1930s, hence all the he's and not she. Okay, so we'll forgive him for that because it's near 100 years ago now. Hill went on to say, open-mindedness is essential for belief. Closed minds do not inspire faith, belief, or courage. Remember, no more effort is required to aim high in life, to demand abundance and prosperity, than is required to accept misery and poverty. Hill's quote is true right here. Your beliefs are everything, which are a major part of your paradigm. And he's spot on when he says there is no more effort required to aim high in life, to demand abundance and prosperity, than is required to accept misery and poverty. Think about your goal right now. Think about what you want. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have in your life? Decide on the changes you want to make in your life to achieve what you want. Now, I help people make that transition. That's what I do. I help people move in the direction of their goals. But think of your goal. Are you on the path to achieving your goal? What you want in your life? I talk to people regularly about goals, and they share that they're doing absolutely everything to achieve the goal. Now, if this is really the case here, and the results are still not coming in for them, something is holding them back. If you are doing everything possible and the results are not happening for you, something is definitely holding you back. And I promise you, it's a belief. There is an underlying belief that is holding you back. Even though you may be affirming your goal, reading your goal, writing it, visualizing it repeatedly every day, but because there's an underlying belief, a negative belief or a paradigm, it's holding you back from achieving your goal and getting the results that you desire. And that's what I'm going to address in this series. This is a big problem. It's the paradigm. But what is the paradigm? It's a mental program that has almost exclusive control over habitual behavior. And and almost all of our behavior is habitual. It's a mental program that is stored in your subconscious mind. It's where all your habits, beliefs, and behaviors are, and the self image is there. Now, research shows that 95 or more percent of our behavior is controlled by the paradigm in the subconscious mind. And without changing the paradigm, nothing can change. Now, there are only two things we must know to achieve any goal or wealth or an outcome we desire. Only two things. You have got to know where you are, and you have got to know where you want to get to. That's it. That's all you got to know. Now, for a lot of people, the problem is that they haven't set a goal or the right type of goal. There's no doubt about that. Earl Nightingale used to say that that's the real problem, that people just don't set goals. Approximately 83% of people don't set goals at all. And by not setting a goal, they can't hit it. Now, it's not that they can't achieve the goal, it's that they're not setting the goal in the first place. And my mentor, Bob Proctor, added to that. Now, it took him over 9 years, nearly 10 years to figure this out. Bob was telling everybody that he could to get this book, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book, and read it religiously. And he was also telling people to listen to Earl Nightingale's Lead the Field program, like he'd been doing for a long time. Yet they were not getting the results that Bob was getting, and he just had to know why. Now, what Bob discovered that even more than setting the goal, it's all about this right here. It's all about where you are. It's all about your paradigms, how you are conditioned, how you are programmed. That is what is holding you back. It's the paradigm. And even when you have the right type of goal. Okay, so let's look at the areas of your life that the paradigm has a massive influence over. One is your perception. This is how you view your world, how you see things. You have beliefs that define how you look at the world and how you view things. We have opinions on absolutely everything. This is a big one. Your paradigm has a massive influence how you use your time. Your paradigm has a massive influence over your own creativity, how you create. Now, every single human being is creative. Now, not everybody believes that, but everyone is creative. Everyone has the faculty called imagination. Therefore, you can create. Your paradigm has a massive influence over your effectiveness, the impact that you make. Your paradigm has a massive influence over your productivity, what you get done. It has a massive impact over your logic, how you think. The influence your paradigm has over your ability to earn money is huge. Your paradigm has you in a box. It's like a prison, whether you are aware of that or not. Now, this invisible prison is inescapable till you know it's there and how to change it. It literally has control over practically everything you do every single day. Now, think about this. Just imagine how your entire life will change as you begin to improve any or all of these areas in your life. The change, it would be huge. But more importantly, this change would be permanent. If your results have not changed permanently, that tells you that you haven't changed your paradigm. It's that simple. All you got to do is to look at your results. Now, there's a lot on this list here that I can point to. Here's one, for example, use of time. What I can tell you is I can get way more done now in a day compared to what I used to get done. I am much more effective and productive. I focus doing the meaningful things more, the important things that are goal achieving. Why? Because I understand this. I understand how my mind works. I understand what controls my behavior and ultimately what determines my results. I can do now in 4 hours what used to take me all day. Now, that's probably me being exceptionally kind to an older version of me. I'm way more efficient. I am way more productive. My use of time is way better than it used to be. And I totally love Neville Goddard's quote: what we do today will meet us again, either spent or invested. And I want it, and I do continue to want what I do every day to meet me again invested, that I get value from my activity. So, what kind of effect will it have on your life when it comes to improving your ability to earn money? It will change your life like night and day. But I promise you, there is an underlying beliefs around all of these areas, every single one of them. And it doesn't matter what your income level is right now. So let's talk about the mind. Let's talk about your personality and how it works. Now, I've covered the stick person, my good friend here, on numerous videos before in a lot of depth before, but let me quickly share a bit about it for those that might not have seen the stick person graphic before. So let me share something briefly about that. Now, this idea was originated by a Dr. Truman Fleet, who was heavily involved in the healing arts. Fleet realized that in order for us to have full health, holistic health, we would need to treat the whole person and not just the body and the symptoms in the body. He realized that we needed to treat the mind as well as the body to have whole health. But because no one has ever seen the mind and no one ever will, Fleet decided he will create an image for us to work with. Now, I want to be clear, this is not how the mind is. Nobody has ever seen the mind and nobody ever will. But Dr. Fleet realized that we needed something to work with to remove confusion around the mind. And this is what Fleet created to help us. So let this circle here represent the mind, which separates into two parts. We have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. And then we add this other circle here and we let that represent the body. Now, this image is absolutely brilliant. My mentor Bob said this was the single most important idea he had ever learned in his 60 years of studying human potential and development. And I 100% agree with him. I think you will love this as much as Bob did, as much as I do. When you really understand this, you will start to see how much impact it can have on your own life. And don't let the simplicity take anything away from its brilliance. When you truly understand what I'm about to tell you right now, when you truly understand this, your life will never be the same. So here we have the mind. And these things up here, these are the antennae, okay? They are our senses. We can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And in the main, we've been totally conditioned by our senses. Now, in the conscious mind, in our conscious mind is your thinking mind. You have the ability to think. It's where your intellectual factors are resonant. They are your superpowers. You have reason, imagination, the will, perception, memory, and intuition. And I did a series on the faculties that are in the feature section, so you can check that out in more depth should you wish. Anyway, in your conscious mind, all your knowledge is here. Here's where all the books from school are loaded up. If you went to college or university or any training that you've been on since, any books that you have read, any learning whatsoever, that's all stored in your knowledge in your conscious mind. Now, you have the ability to accept or reject any idea or thought. That all happens in the conscious mind. It's also where all your thoughts originate. You can originate thoughts through your conscious mind. Now, let's take a look at the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is very, very different. It is your emotional mind, it's your feeling mind. It's where your long term memories are stored, it's where your habits reside, It's where your conditioned beliefs are. And so many of those beliefs you are not consciously aware of. They are hidden. Your self image is here. That's how you perceive yourself. This is how you see you. Now, the big difference between your subconscious mind and your conscious mind is the subconscious mind has no ability to reject. It must accept. It is completely objective. It doesn't matter what it is impressed on it, whether it's real or imagined. Your subconscious mind has no ability to reject. It must accept. The subconscious mind must accept anything that you get emotionally involved with. And this is where your paradigm lives, in your subconscious mind. Neuroscience tells us 5%, only 5% of our actions, of our behavior, and ultimately our results are dictated by the conscious mind. This means 95%. 95% of your life is controlled, is dictated by your paradigm in your subconscious mind. So this is really a black and white deal here. If you don't change the paradigm in the subconscious mind, you won't change your results. And any changes that you make will not be permanent. So now you know a little bit about your paradigm, what the paradigm is, and how much of your life the paradigm controls. The paradigm is a mental program that is stored in the subconscious mind. It's where all your habits, beliefs, and behaviors are. It controls your habitual behavior, and almost all behavior is habitual, about 95% of it at least. Now, next week, I'm going to show you how your paradigm was formed, where your paradigm came from. So between now and next week, watch this video a few times so you know what the paradigm is and you know the difference between the subconscious and the conscious mind. The big difference is the conscious has the ability to accept or reject. The subconscious has no ability to reject. It must accept what is impressed on it. Okay? Now, when you understand this, you will start feeling light bulbs going off in your head, left, right, and center. And I would encourage you, do watch this as many times as you can. The more you understand what a paradigm is, the easier it will be to see how to change it when we come to that. Now, if you have any questions about today's call or any of the content that I share in Map Your Future or on the YouTube channel, you can email me at abeale@anthonybeale.ie, and that is ABEALE at ANTHONYBEALE.ie. Or if you want to know more about how to work with me, you can book in for a discovery call. And I'll pop a link for the discovery call in the comment section below. The discovery call is all about you discussing what you're currently doing, what your goals are, the improvements you want to make, and what needs to change to make that happen. Because if you aren't achieving your goals and you aren't achieving what you want to achieve right now, something's got to change. I think it was Einstein who said it best: the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. It's not going to happen, and it doesn't happen because of the paradigm. Now, have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you back here next week. God bless you all. Have a great week.